We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll throw with May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Throwing here is May. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Diggs in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Looking to throw. May. Douglas with a grab over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's May. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Stevenson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
To throw, it's May. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard looking for a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll try and run. Stevenson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. In motion goes the tight end. Allen now looks to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Milton Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early. And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now Allen. In trouble, and he's taken down. Milton Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. To the air, May. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On fourth down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks are away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd down and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing now is Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's got it to about the 40.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, May with it. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
2nd and 9.
6-0 our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Now 2nd and 9. As they've got it as we resume action. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's made. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Bills getting set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. To the air, Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
Here's Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Allen going to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 28 yards. And the Bills are back within a score.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Looking to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing was just a bit off, and that can happen occasionally, even with these fine professionals in the NFL.
Well, on those out routes, that requires precision, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Everyone has to be in sync from the time the quarterback hits his back foot and delivers the ball to the receiver turning to find it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Slot man moves right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Butte, 32 yards. And the Patriots are able to add on to that lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. The boy gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Ooh, the juke. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And here come the Bills. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action, Allen. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Allen. Touchdown, Bills! Josh Palmer, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to 2.
Patriots 16, Bills 14.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
1-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep for Buffalo, Brandon Condrington. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The slot man in motion right. Now Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Allen to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out into open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
10 more there and another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Option play. Here's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw now. First down. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Allen now looks to throw. Shakir holds it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Cook up the gut. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Gibbons on the stop.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Allen. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Elijah Moore, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Oh, he shifts past him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England's offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Henry brings it in. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. May. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this up to midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but some of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he will have a a Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing here is May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Second and 3.
Second down and 3. To throw, it's May. They'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Patriots.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways.
Puts it on the cart, but it's out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 46, here's second and a couple. Here's Allen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Allen going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's got room to roam. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Nifty move. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Short pass caught by Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They went to their big body tight end on 2nd down in hopes that he could plow his way to a 1st down, but they were ready for him defensively and ended up holding him to a modest gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The tight end in motion right. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. There he goes again. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. That gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit up in positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
To the air, Allen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Milton Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Allen. And Cook has it left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Davis will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
Matt Prater.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Looking to put a drive together. They'll throw with May. Open man, that's Henry. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they go play action with May. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Play action, May. And that is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Third down and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
26.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. New England trying to get to place on offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Looking to throw, May. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
16 yards.
And for as poorly as this offense has looked at times, it's the 4th quarter and they're still in this game. That's a good, confident throw right there. And now, who knows? If you can put a drive together here, you can make something of this game after all.
To the air, May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the shotgun, May with it. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
May now off the bootleg.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, his second sack of the night.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing here is May.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Douglas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's ruled out of bounds, down at the 1-yard line.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive.
To throw, it's May.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 6 yards away.
And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
Nice little juke.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now out come the Bills. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Now Allen. Quick slant to Shakir. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Prater's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Quick throw there is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On play action, May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. They run once more with Stevenson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
At their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Again, it's Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
At the 36-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll give to Cook on the read option. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Up the middle to Davis.
And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.